guys, so today I'm super excited. We have Manoj from A Space sitting down with us. So we just wanted to have a little chat with Manoj, and he's going to talk about what he's doing at the moment, something that I think is really important for a lot of our listeners and readers at TULLY. So hi Manoj, thank you for sitting with us today. So I know Manoj through yoga. Manoj is one of my favourite yoga teachers in Melbourne. If you haven't been to his class, go to his class. And Manoj has created a business called A Space. But firstly, I just want to ask you, how did you get into yoga? Because that's obviously how I know you. So I'd love to hear how it started.
Yeah, sure. So I used to work, I don't know why I'm yelling at somebody. Cut that out. Yes, I used to work in corporate life for many years, for about 10 years. And I never even thought about yoga or meditation much. I grew up in Sri Lanka, and that was all around me at the time. But it never really appealed to me. And it probably wasn't until I got really, really sick one day, just through lots of stress, and working really long hours, and just burning the candle at both ends and stuff like that, that I really started to explore how I could get better. And I tried heaps of different avenues to get better. And a friend recommended that I go and do a yoga class. And I remember just going there, and I was just so unco, and I was like the only person there. The girls all looked like so good, and I was just like just falling over. And but I felt really, really good at the end of the class. And I couldn't explain why. And I just felt throughout the class like the breathing really helped me, and I felt really connected. And I went back a couple of times, and I kind of let it go for a while. And it wasn't until I got really, really sick one day from work that I went and found a really amazing teacher in Northcote, and I started practicing with him for about 8 years, and slowly got into that through him.
Yeah, that's awesome. So obviously you had quite a fast-paced job, and then starting yoga. Why did you want to pass on the passion of yoga to other people? Obviously you got something out of it, so what kind of led you to teaching?
Yeah, it was probably just by chance, to be honest. My partner at the time kind of was doing it, and she said, let's just do it. I'm like, okay, let's just do it. And I was working corporate still while I was going through my teacher training, and I started to realize how much my life had changed since I became a yoga and meditation teacher. And I really wanted to pass it on to my friends specifically, because I saw how much they were going through and how they were really struggling to process their emotions and process their own stress and things like that. And I kind of just naturally fell into it. The studio that I did my training through offered me a job, and I thought, yeah, why not? I'll do one class. And then it kind of turned into 5 classes, and then I just quit my normal job. And
it happens a lot. Yeah, it happens a lot. So having taught yoga, and now you've created A Space, which is amazing, and I'd love for you to tell us, what is A Space?
Yeah, cool. So A Space is, it's a business, it's a mindfulness business that's focused on helping people live the best, most vibrant versions of themselves. And what really we mean by that is that we feel like, or I feel specifically, that meditation and mindfulness is so needed in day-to-day life now. We're more and more connected to our phones and the world around us, but we're more and more disconnected from each other and ourselves. And what really helped me through a lot of hard times was meditation. Just being able to understand when I had a thought that I wasn't that thought, just being able to calm myself down before having an anxiety attack, and just being able to know that I'm just experiencing something that's going to pass. So these are all foundations of mindfulness. And again, it kind of happened by chance. I was invited to speak at a conference, and lots of people asked me to come to their business and teach them meditation and mindfulness, and that's kind of how it evolved. We run lots of workshops and programs and classes that teach people how to meditate, and then through meditation how they can relate to life a bit differently.
Yeah, that's amazing. So for someone that thinks that meditation is kind of something that is very hippie, or something like that, what would be your first tip, other than going to one of your workshops, for them to kind of get into that meditation state, or the pattern of meditating every day? What would be your number one tip?
Yeah, I think The number one tip is to probably these days download an app.
Yeah. Okay.
To be honest, like it's probably the easiest way just to kind of have a taste of meditation.
Yeah.
And there's so many different apps and so many different styles. It's kind of a really cool way to dip your toe into it and see if this is something that interests you.
Yeah.
What tends to happen though is if you struggle with it at the start, and most people do these days, it's really, really good to see an experienced meditation teacher just so they can guide you through all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. So with your courses and stuff like that, have you had like a student or someone that you've taught and they've walked out and gave you feedback, or you've seen like a massive improvement within their personality or anything like that? Has there been a like aha moment, like this is what I'm meant to be doing, or anything like that?
Yeah, I think to be honest, in all our programs we have that experience.
It's amazing.
And what it is really they are starting to understand that they are not their minds, and that's like one of the biggest part of meditation. Is to understand that all the stress that they're feeling is not who they really are, and they have another choice, they have another way of relating to it.
Yeah, cool. I've got one more question, and we were talking about this before. For someone who is connected to their phone, or as we all are there any tips that you could give us for for one, checking your phone maybe twice a day, or is there any tips you could give any of our followers to just kind of like let go of the phone a little bit and be kind of more present?
Yeah, 100%. I think the number one tip would be to not look at your phone as soon as you wake up.
Yeah.
Like the first thing when you wake up.
Which is hard.
Which is very hard. Yeah. So like I have turned off all my notifications. So if I want to check my Facebook or my Instagram, I have to go into the app to actually see if someone's contacted me.
Yeah.
This just stops me every 30 seconds looking for that phone and seeing if someone's hit me up. But also when you wake up, just kind of setting yourself a time when you'll check your phone and your emails. So I'll wake up at 6, but I won't check my phone till 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. And this just helps me kind of ease into my day a lot better.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip, and I'm definitely going to be starting that one. So, and I'll just want to say one more thing also. Do you have anything coming up for the followers that they could go to an event of yours, or programs or anything like that? Do you have anything coming up that they could check out?
Yeah, we have programs, introductory meditation programs that start every 3 months.
Okay, cool.
And we have heaps of workshops and free events on, and if they go to the website, they can definitely check that out.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on our YouTube channel. It's been so good to talk to you. So we'll hopefully see you guys soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.